I really didn't want to do this, but I've been asked a few times, so I guess it's time to compare the Tigris Prime to the Sancti Tigris. And the main reason that comparing the two is a thing, for me it really shouldn't be, because my Sancti Tigris runs 4 rounds. I will not change that build. It works. I like it that way. A lot of people don't, they prefer it with the 2, but I started playing this game with the heck. So I was used to a shotgun that was nice and powerful with only 4 rounds. So making the Sancti Tigris like that, it almost made me not use the Vacor heck. The only reason I stuck with the Vacor heck is, honestly, it does a little bit less damage, but mine has 13 rounds in it, which is still more than 4. So it may do less damage, but I'm reloading it less, and that's pretty much the main reason that stuck with the Vacor heck over the Sancti Tigris. So all I'm going to do is take the Sancti and see how easy I can take out the level 140 guy here, remembering 4 rounds. Not easy at all. Okay, I honestly thought this would go much better than it is. Yeah. Not even breaking the shields. May instantly have massive regrets to this. Of course, this is just as I have them built. These are kind of sucky and not really that good at all. Hopefully though, once through the shields, this will do absolutely terribly. Wow, okay, I did think this would go better. Because it has 4 rounds, yep, and I'm dead. Did not work at all. Now, same person, same everything, just this time it's the Tigris Prime with its 25,000 damage, and see how this works. Yeah, that pretty much said it all right there. 1 round, half dead. Now remember, since this started, I have said repetitively, the Tigris Prime is just a better weapon. It has a lot more damage. And weirdly, that was only, what, 7 to 25? An extra 7 and a bit, maybe? 1,000 damage on Slash? Huge difference. I kind of expected that from the Tigris Prime. The Sancti, on the other hand, yeah, that's where builds come into this. Now I have to find a build I can use between the two to figure out which one's better. Don't know how to do that yet though. Using the same build on both with Shell Shock and Toxic Barrage, I could have gone for a different combo of the elemental stuff. I just thought that was... I'm basically just going to have the same on both. Vicious Spread, of course, more damage. Sweeping Serration because, well, it's kind of a must on a Tigris. Then Primed Point Blank and Hell's Chamber because multi-shot is definitely a must. And we'll basically go and see just how... I don't think there's going to be much difference between this one and the other build that I had on the Tigris Prime. See? Not that much difference. It's going to take an extra 1 round. So basically it's 5 rounds is the goal for the Sancti Tigris to try and keep up with more than anything else. And I'm going to take a wild guess, not knowing how this is going to work, and say, though it may do a little bit extra damage, I would have to say probably at least an extra 2. There's 4. 5. 6. 1 extra round. And it has the Syndicate effect to it as well. So it's basically just my build on the Sancti Tigris is complete and utter junk. Not a huge surprise. I left it with Radiation on. Now to try and redeem myself, let's try my build with Corrosive on it. In my defense for the 4 round build, I know it does less damage than most of the other ones, but swapping it to Corrosive, and it's about as effective. That was 4. There you go. 5 rounds. That got it almost even with the Tigris Prime, and it still has 1 in the chamber. So it still has its 4 rounds. That solely came down to the fact that I had Radiation on it first time round, not bloody Corrosive, which I should have had on for a level 140 enemy. radiation doesn't work if you're taking on one enemy. I forgot to take that off because I'm just a complete idiot. When it comes to actually deciding which one's better, the Sancti Tigris or the Prime, well, fully modded, even the Prime with its 25,000 damage did lose an extra round from what it takes normally, so there still seems to be about one shot between them when it comes to actual damage, as long as you don't try and take them on with radiation like I did, like a complete idiot. I wonder if I'm going to leave that in or not. I probably will. Easier to edit that way. But anyway, the big difference is the Sancti has something that the Prime doesn't, and that's the Syndicate effect from New Loka. The purity effect of the Sancti Tigris is, of course, very useful because it does an AoE attack of 1,000 corrosive damage, which, if there's enemies around you, it will basically kill them 9 times out of 10, depending on the level. I think it was about level 80 and upwards. It'll not kill them straight off, but it'll almost kill them. Not to mention the fact that it also restores 25% of the player's max health, and if you're at full health, will boost your health by 25% of your standard health before mods by... yeah, I think that only takes 30 seconds before that expires. That's a temporary thing. But the 25% of players' health restored, that stays. That doesn't go away after 30 seconds. Which means you have a shotgun that will deal an area of effect attack every now and then. It heals you every now and then. Which makes it just a better day-to-day use Tigris. The Prime has its strong points where taking on 1 or 2 enemies at a time, it is definitely better. Things like bosses, it's going to be better. But the Sancti is better to run from mission to mission because the Syndicate effect that's on it just makes it a better weapon.